Hi guys. So hi. Today we'll talk about topic arrays in Java. Arrays in Java we'll discuss. Suppose generally if I want to initialize any data, we have to go with the variables. Suppose integer number equal to 23, right? Suppose I want to what I'm doing here, I initialize 23 value. I'm assigning to one variable. That data type is integer. Why? Because of it is a whole number. Suppose my requirement is I want to hold one student mocks. I want to hold one student mocks. So mocks, I want to hold that. For that purpose, I have to give the more than one value. 78 comma 90 comma 85 and so on. This value I have to initialize the in a normal individual value. It is not possible. For that purpose, one topic is in the Java that is called arrays. In the arrays, what is meant by array means array is index based collection of fixed number of homogeneous data types, and each one differentiated with the index. Index. What does this mean? Means array is a indexed based collection of fixed number and homogeneous data types, and each one differentiated with the index. So what does this mean? Suppose my requirement is want to hold the student marks. For that purpose, in general individual, if I take in student 1, and student 1 equal to, I have to give 80 comma again integer student 2 equal to 90. Like this only I want to give, but I want to hold the like this variables declare. Suppose I want to take the 100 students marks, then we have to declare 100 variables. Then it is not recommended in the this code. So the length of the, if you do like this, the length of the program will increase. The length of the program will increase, then performance will decrease. This is not recommended. So what we have to do? So the anywhere you need, your requirement is to hold the multiple values of same data type. anywhere your requirement is to hold the multiple values of same data type. Same data type, then we don't go for individual variable type. Better go for arrays, right? See now, what does this mean? Means anywhere the requirement is the I want to hold the multiple values. Multiple values is nothing but, let me take score. 80 is one value, 90 is one value, and 78 is one value. These are all the multiple values. This is the requirement. I want to hold the multiple values at the same data type. But what is here data type? All are the whole numbers. That way, that is the purpose. If you give one variable, suppose let me take student 1 marks. Student 1 marks, it is the one variable and multiple values. Then we have the, and moreover it is the same data type, right? This is the whole, these are all the whole numbers. That's why I took the integer data type. At that time we don't go for individual variables. Why? It will take the length of the program and the performance will be decrease. The performance will be decrease of that code. So for that purpose we have the concept as arrays. In the arrays we can take the advantage of the array is we can represent the many number of values by using the single variable. So then what will happen? The readability of the program code will be improved. Clear? So the main advantage of the this is the first part. This is second point. Third point, the advantage. The advantage of the array is we can represent many numbers let me take not numbers, let me take number of values, many number of values by using single variable. By using the single variable, so that what will happen? The code readability will be improved. This is the main advantage. So I discussed about 3 points. What is those? Arrays. What is meant by array? Array is the indexed based collection of the fixed number of the homogeneous. Clear? Homogeneous data type, and each one nothing but this values will differentiated with the index. In the arrays, index concept will come. In the internally it will store in the form of cells. In the cells it will differentiated with index. And so when anywhere the requirement will come to hold the multiple values. What are those multiple values? 80, 90, 78. These are all the, assume it's a multiple values. Anywhere to requirement come to hold the multiple values at the same data type. What is here data type? Integer. Then we don't go for individual variables. If you give the individual variables like this, the length of the code will increase and performance will decrease. For that purpose, we have to go with arrays. In the arrays, we can represent the many number of values by using single variable. See here, this is the single variable. How to declare actually? Integer, square braces immediately, and one variable name. This is the variable name. Student 1 marks equal to, we have to give here open braces 80 one value, 78 one more value, 90 one more value. See now, this is how we have to declare one array. Data type and variable equal to operator, in the braces we can give the multiple values. This is called integer array. This is called integer array. Why? Because of we initialize the integer data types, and this is the main advantage. The main advantage of the array is we can represent many number of values. These are all the values. These values by using the single variable. See now, I didn't use the multiple variables. In the single variable only, I represented the multiple values. And most important, this is the data type is same. Note that one more important point. Note, in a Java, index starts with 0. Clear? Now what does this mean? Let me go to paint. In this paint, assume, let me take one student marks. Something, okay, integer student marks equal to, this is array, so immediately square braces. Here I will, let me take 85 comma 90 comma multiple values I'm taking 80 comma 78 comma in the single variable comma 88 comma 95 and close the braces. So this is how we have to declare the array index. Integer array. Now what will happen in the internally? We will take the whole data in the form of cells. Okay, and first cell, second cell, third cell, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, after the values will add here. What is here? 85 will store in the first cell, 90 will store in the second cell, after 78 will store third cell, 88 and 95. Like this only it will store. Okay. It will store internally like this. Now, so what is the node point here? The in a Java, index always start with 0, right? So let me give here index values. Index always start with 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? Now we have the one cursor. That is the index values and this is the index. Let me go for index. Let me give this color as red. This is index. This is what? Index, and this is index values. Index values. Okay. Okay. So index and index values always in the Java, index values always start with the 0. So I took the some variables. I took some values. That values in a array, it will store in the form of cells and it has the index, and in a Java always index start with 0. Clear? Now let me go to the coding part. Let me take one class, new class name. Let me take array sample. Array sample 2. This is my class name. Let me select public static void main method. After that, let me hit finish. So class has generated. Okay. Let me remove this console. Let me remove these comments. So now in com.arrays, this is my package. This is my package name. In that package, I have the one user different class, array sample 2 class and access modifier, and this main method, public static void main method. In this, my requirement is what is my requirement? Student marks. I want to take the student marks and total. I want to take the total of a. I want to take a student. This is my requirement. For that purpose, what I have to do? Let me take one class. In that class, let me take a individual values and same variable. Let me take one marks. Marks is my variable name. equal to integer square braces. In this I will give the curly braces. So before that let me explain some points regarding array. Array. So this is the definition actually. Array is a indexed collection of fixed number of homogeneous data type. It is used to store the multiple values in a single variable instead of declaring separate variables. So array is a indexed collections, right? So already I declared like this. So it is a indexed based. After that, fixed number of homogeneous, right? It is all a homogeneous, nothing but as homogeneous data, nothing but same data type used to store the multiple values. So multiple values purpose. Let me take student marks, right? So let me take 85, one is subject mark, 90 is one more subject mark, 78 is one subject mark, and 88 is one subject mark, and 95 is one subject mark, right? So multiple values I stored in the one variable and the data type is same. Array is the indexed collection of fixed number of homogeneous data type. See now, this is all homogeneous only. I mean, this is all same data type. All are the whole numbers. That's why I took the integer. Same data type, and we can store the multiple values. Here I stored in the variable multiple values 85, 90, 78, 88, 95. These are all the multiple values I stored in the single variable. This is one advantage. This is the main advantage in array. Represent the many number of values using the single variable so that readability of the program code will be improved. So syntax of the array. So this is the one way of syntax. Data type, array is name is the variable name, equal to new keyword, data type, size we have to declare. So example I gave for the syntax here downside. Integer, square braces, this is the variable name, array name. Here I took the variable name as number, equal to new keyword integer 5. I declare the size. This is one way of the declaration of array. Or second type of declaration. Data type, variable name, equal to, in the flower braces we have to give the value 1, value 2, value 3. So example followed by here of the syntax. Data type, based on the values we have to give the data type. So here I took the values as 5, 7, 4, 1. You can take string also, then it became string. Data type is string, then it is called string array. I took the numbers, that's why it is a integer array. So data type is the integer, variable name is number, equal to values 1, 2, 3. I took the multiple values 5, 7, 4, 1 in the single variable. This is the one thing about the declaration. I mean syntax of the way of declaration the array and process of the declaration. So this is the first process of the declaration, array declaration. What is how we have to array declaration, data type and variable name. But here for the data type we have to give the square braces. Why? Because of it is the array. The indication of array is square braces. After that, step 2, creation of the array. Data type, employee ID is the variable, equal to new keyword integer 6. 6 represents the size of the array. So here we have to give the array initialization. Here declaration, creation, here initialization. So here if you give the variable name in the square braces, you have to give the 0. Then 0 index, it will store this value. If you give the 1 in the 1 variable, it will store the in the index 1, it will store this value. 3 like this. If you give the 3 in that particular cell, it will store that value. used to store multiple values. Okay, this is one thing. So this is about definition, how to declare syntax and process to declaration. Suppose if you take variables, if you take a values as 5741, then internally it will store like this 5741, and obviously Java index start from 0. Okay. To print a specific value from an array in Java, you have to use the index value. What does this mean? Means suppose I want to print specific value 7. Specific value is I need this 7, I want to print that one. For that purpose, what we have to use? We have to use the index value of the array. Here is the syntax. System.out.println, array name is nothing but variable. In that variable we have to pass the index value. What we have the index value? 0, 1, 2, 3. But I need one specific value 7. 7 is the specific value. Then we have to pass here as the index. What is here index value? 7 followed by 1. If you give here 1, and the cursor will go to the 1, and it will check that variable and it print, and it will do the process, next process. In Java, usually variable I is equal to 0, index or the loop array starts from the 0 in the Java. Okay, this is also common point. Nothing but in a Java index starts from the 0. That is the point here. So let me go. Let me demonstrate this point by using this code. So what I have to take here? I want 78. I want this specific 78. For that purpose, what is the thing? System.out.println. What is my variable name? Marks. Marks dot index. Index. What do I have to give here? Let me give index as 78, right? Let me give here. So what is stored here? The index, it stored the 2. Let me give 2 here. Change to the length. What is the syntax here? Array name. What is your array name? Marks. Just a second. Println. Let me give the marks. Here we have to give the actually one index. Okay, save this one. So if you give the marks index as a 0, then it will go to the index 0 and it will print on the console 85. So this is not my requirement. I want to print the 88. So 88, where it will store? In the 3. In the 3 index value it will store. For that purpose, what I have to give here? I have to give here index as a 3. Let me give here index value as 3. Let me save this one. Let me run this code. In the 88. So what will happen here? Whenever I give the index value, the cursor will go to the 3 index value and it will check the block, and whatever the variable value available, it will print on the console. So based on the based on the index value, the value will print on the console. This is the regarding find out the individual specific value for that purpose. So one more method is there. Let me write system.out.println. One method is there, marks dot length. Let me save this one. Then what this done? If you give the marks dot length, it will give the size of array. So let me write here one statement. Let me write one string as length of the integer array. Then if you run this code, then it will come as the length of the array 5. See now, 1 2 3 4 5. If you remove this one, if you remove this with including space, let me save this one. Length of, see now, it throw the error. Java.lang.array index out of the boundaries, exception the 7th line. Okay, let me put this one in the comments. Let me save this code. Okay, length of the integer array is 0. Why? Because of I didn't declare any values. That's why it is showing that 0. If I add elements, then it will give the length of the integer array is 5. So based on this length only, I have to perform some operation. What is those? I want to take I want to print one student marks, and I want to print the total of the marks. For that purpose, let me write system.out.println student marks. Okay, now I want to print student marks based on the length. For that purpose, we have the decision making statement. Let me take for loop. Here I have to take the logic as for loop iterator array. Yes. So I took one for loop. In the for loop, what I will do? Here we know the for loop syntax. In the for is one keyword. In this braces we have to give the some things and body. What is those things? Initialization. What is here initialized? Data value equal to operator and variable name. This is the initialization part in the for loop. After that, condition. This is one condition. After that, increment. For that purpose, what is my thing here? What I have to do here? I have to take the student marks. For that purpose, let me write one statement as system dot print. In that, let me write one student plus iterator. What is here? Variable name is I plus 1. After that, let me give the concatenate symbol. In the strings, let me give the dots plus marks. What is here? Integer array marks and let me give the I. Save this one. What does this means first of all, initialization part. In the integer I declare one value. After that, based on the value, I will declare the I took the one condition. What is here condition? I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. After that, marks. I what is the I? 0. 0 less than marks dot length. What is the length of this array? 5. So 5 here. That is only condition, right? I less than marks dot length. 0 less than 5. Condition true. Right? 0 is the less value, 5 is the high value. Condition true. Then it will enter into the block. It will print student I. What is the I value here? Let me give here little space. Okay. Student, what is I value here? 0. 0 plus 1. It became 1 only. 1. Okay. And dots. After that, marks. Marks of I. So marks of I. That is nothing but integer array of marks of I. Then it will go to the index. Marks of the I. In the I value and the I value, what I gave the I value? 0. Then it will take the 85. It will take the 85. Then marks of the value is 85. Then what it will print? Student 1 dot marks. It will directly take student 1 85. This is the output. How? Student will print as it is I plus 1. What is the I value here initially? 0. 0 plus 1, 1 only. Dots will print as it is. Why? Because it is in the string. Marks dot I. Marks dot I nothing but marks dot I. Marks in the square braces. It will take the I. I. So what is the I value here? 0. Then it will go to the array. It will check marks I. Then it will take the value. What is here value? 85. It will take and it will print here 85. So after that, what is the for loop will work? After statement done, it will go to the 70th line. It will go to the for loop again. Then it will increment one value. What is the I value increment? Initially it is 0. It became 1. Again 1 less than 5. Condition true. Why? 1 is the low value, 5 is the high value. Condition became true. Again it will enter into the block, this body. Then it will print student as it is. It will print student as it is. And what is the I plus 1? Previously it is the I is the 0. Now it became 1. 1 plus 1. It became 2. And 85. Marks dot I. Marks dot I. Now it became marks. In the index value it will take as a 1. What is the integer array of marks in I1? 90. Right? In the index value 1 is 90. Then it will take 90. Here it will print 90. Now done. this line done, has done. After that it will go to the 18 line, again it will go to the for loop. Why? It is a loop, right? Up to the condition false, it will iterate. Then what is here? I plus plus, then I became 1, it became 2, again 2 less than 5, condition true, again it will print, it will done here, again it will print student as it is, student. Then I, what is I value here? 2, 2 plus 1, 3, it will print here 3 dots. And mocks of the now integer, what is the now what is the, just a minute, mocks integer 0, 0, 1 done. If now it is a 2, it will take 2, then it will go to the in memory, what is the value of 2? 78, it will take the 78 and it will print the 78. Okay, 78. Like this only, it will iterate continuously up to the condition false. When the condition will become false, this value became false, like condition became false, it will iterate up to the condition false and it will exit from the loop. Let me save this one, let me print student mocks, let me save this, let me right click on here, let me run as Java application. Student mocks is printed as it is 10th line. After that for loop, student, it will take student 1 85, student 85. After that second iterator, student 2 90. After third iteration, student 3 78, student 4, student 5. It will iterate whenever the condition became false. The length, what is the length here? 5. The condition became false, then it will come out of the loop. So printing done. So this is one part. Now one more part is here. This is the for loop. Out of the for loop, let me write one system.out.println. Let me write one statement as total marks of student 1. Let me write here like this. We run this code. Now I want to calculate, I want to add this total marks of the student. For that purpose, what I have to do? Again, I will go with for loop. Total. Initially, I don't know what is the total. For that purpose, what I have to take? Integer total equal to, let me initialize 0. After that, let me take for loop again. For loop, iterator, array with the temporary variables, enter over the collections, array, iterate over the for not for each, iterate over the temporary variables. Okay, let me remove this code. Again same thing. For loop, initialization part, condition, increment. Now in this for loop, based on by using this for loop, I want to calculate this total marks, 85 plus 90, and whatever came the x value plus 78 plus 88 plus 95. What is the total of this marks? That is I want to do. For the purpose, I don't know what is the total value initially. For that purpose, let me write one logic. Total plus marks of I. and total. Let me write here. What is the total initially? 0. Oh, let me put in comments. Totally initially is total marks is 0 plus marks index of I. Index of I, what is here? Index of I 85. Okay, index of I. Marks I means same I. What is the initial value of I? 0, comma, semicolon. So what is the result of this? 0 plus marks of I. What is the marks of I? Marks of 0. Again it will go here. Marks of 0, 85. It will take 85. 85. And we have to store in one variable, right? Why? I want to calculate the whole marks. 85 plus 90 plus 78 plus 88. For that purpose, I have to take one variable. Total is initially 0. Marks of I. Marks of index value 0. Then it will go to the memory. It will check that value 85. It will take the 85. 0 plus 85 became 85 only. Then I have to store in one that variable. That is nothing but, again, let me take, what can I take? Let me take total. Otherwise, let me take marks only. Take, oh, here I took the total. Let me take just simply total. Just to save this one. Now, what will happen here? Iterating. This is this part. I am explaining this total marks of one student. Initially, I don't know what is the total of this marks. For that purpose, I took the 0. Then after initialization part, integer I is equal to 0. Condition, what is the length here? I dot marks. I less than marks dot length. What is the length of this integer array? 5. Length of the integer array is 5. After that, okay, let me write here and put comments. I value became 0. Initialization part, comma, I, what is the I value? 0 less than marks dot length. What is the length of the integer array? 5. Then what is the condition? True. 0 less than 5. Condition true. Why? 0 is the less value, 5 is the high value. Condition true, it will go inside the loop. It will take the total. What is here total? 0. 0 plus marks of I. Marks of I. Then it will go to the internally, it will take the 85. After this is converted as a 85. Then 0 plus 85, 85. The operation done here, it will store in the total. I want to print that one out of the array, out of this loop. This block I want to print. System.out.println marks of student 1 plus concatenate symbol. It will store all in this total. Let me give here total. Let me save this one. Now what happened here? Initialization part, condition true. It will go inside the body and it will take the total as 0. Why? Because of initialized here. 0 marks dot 0. Then it will take the 85. Why? Because of in the memory in the 0 marks dot I. Initially it is 0. Then it will go to the 85 and it will add here 0 plus 85, it will store the total. Then after it will come to the 27 line, again it will go to the 22 line because of it is a loop. Then it will increment one more value. Now what is the initial value of I? 0. Then it became 1. After it will update as a 1. 1 less than 5. Condition true. Again it will go here. Again what is the previous value here? 85. Comments 85 plus, now what is the second mocks of I? Mocks of I, it became 1, right? Mocks of I. Then it will take the 90. Then 85 plus 90. What is the result here? 175. 175 is the total. Again it will store in the total. After that it will go again the for loop. Again it will increment one more value. Then I value became 2. 2 again 2 less than 5. Condition true. 2 is the low value, 5 is the high value. 2 less than the 5. True value. I mean condition true. Again it will go to the block. Now mocks of I. Then mocks of the I is, what is the mocks of I? What is the index value? 2. Mocks in the square braces it will 2. And it will go to the internally, it will check the 2. What is the here? 78. Index value is 78. Then it will take the 78. 78 already current value. What is the current value here? 178. 78 plus 178. Then what is the updated value? 253. 253. After that again 30 line, again it will go to the for loop. It will update one more time. 3 less than 5. Condition true. Again loop. 253 plus 88. Why 88? This value became 3. Then it will go to the internally. What is the 3? 88. That's why I took here 88. 253 plus 88. Then it became 341. 341. Like this only, up to the condition false, it will iterate. Let me save this one. Let me run the code. Total mocks. Total. See now. Let me expand this one. Total mocks of student 1 is 431. I calculated up to 341. Again, one more increment. 341 again. 88, right? 88, 95. Again, it will add 95. Then it became 436. Right? Not only. Again, it will take one more iterator. So 341 plus again 95. It became 436. So done. My requirement is done. What is here? Requirement is total marks I want to print. I printed here total marks. Student 1, 2, 3. Okay, actually it is a student 1 only. Student marks and the total of the student marks. What is the total of student marks? 85 plus 90 plus 78 plus 88 plus 95. 436. This is my requirement. I done this requirement based on the integer array. Clear? So I took one class in the main method. I took integer array I printed the index based one line statement. It gives some 88. In the index number 3, it store the 88. After that, I want to print. I want to know that what is the length of the array. For that purpose, object dot length. Okay, sorry. You can call object also. So variable dot length. It will give the 5. Again, I want to take the student marks. For that purpose, for loop, initialization condition and incrementation and one logic. Student I plus 1, 1 and marks of I. It will go to the internally, it will take the marks 85 and it will print. Again it will loop will continues. After that, up to the condition became false, it will run up to the condition became false, it will run. Again, it's printed on the console like this. Clear? After that, okay. After that, total marks of the student. I want to calculate the one student of the marks. For that purpose, again, I don't know initially what is the total. Let me what can I say? Total I don't know. For that purpose, initially I initialized the variable as a 0. So what will happen here? Obviously integer 0 starts the counter at 0, right? Counter starts at obviously 0. After that, I less than marks dot length. Run the loop. It will run the loop while the less than the array of the length. Let me remove this one. So here I am explaining the condition. What is your condition? It will run the loop. It will run the loop is less than the length, nothing but marks length is 5. Up to the condition false, it will iterate, and after that it will go to the inside. It will check the logic total. What is the total? Initially I declared 0 plus marks of I, marks of 0. It will go the internally. It will take the 85. 0 plus 85 became 85 only. After that, current value with added one more, and the second loop it will add 90, then became 175. After each loop increased by 1, right? After this loop completed, this value increased by 1, then 3, 4, 5. After that, it means loop will go to the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, whenever the condition became false, it will come out of the block, and whatever the total value available, it will print on the console. Save this one. Let me run this code. Total has printed in the on the console. Marks of the student one is 436. Clear? This is about array. By using array, store the multiple values in the single variable. Single variable here, marks. These are all the multiple values. We can store the multiple values. In the individual value, it is not possible. And if you go to the slide, you can for each loop. Okay. Disadvantage of the array. We have some disadvantages of these arrays. What are those? The main disadvantage of the array is fixed in size. Right? If you declare 6 means that is fixed. We can't modify that one. Once create is array, no chance to decrease or increase the SRSA. So what is the limitations? Fixed size and waste of memory. If you declare 6, if you give the 3 only, then remaining are wastage of the memory. If the array is too big, unused elements are waste of the space. And only same data type. Right? Here we are using same data type. Why? Because of this is the whole numbers. This is, we have to use the same data type. We can't use the another data types like string, boolean, right? These are all we can't use. I mean, remaining primitive data types we can't use. This is one drawback of, disadvantage of array. Clear? So in this class we discussed about, let me do a fast recap, arrays, and this is the I would say this is the one definition. Arrays is the indexed based collection fixed number of homogeneous data type, and each one is differentiated with the index. Simple definition. So if you want a normal definition also, like book definition, let me go to the array. This is the simple array definition. Array is the indexed collection of fixed number of homogeneous data type. It is used to store the multiple values in the single variable instead of declaring the separate variable for each value. And this is the advantage of the array. So we discussed about some point regarding arrays. After that, anyway, this is the requirement. Anywhere we have to requirement come to hold the multiple values in a single variable. This is one advantage. After that, note, in the Java, index starts with 0. Index always starts with 0. This is we have to keep in mind in the concept of array. And requirement, what is the requirement? Student marks. I want to print the student marks based on the array, and total of the, like, marks means not only, we don't give one only, right? Marks means it will be multiple values. That's why requirement is in the array. In the array we can achieve this marks and total. For that purpose I wrote one piece of code here. I took one class. In the main method I declared some student marks. After that, one statement, after the for the length, student marks, total student marks, and total of the student marks. So disadvantage, what is the disadvantage? This is the declaration and disadvantages of the array, right? All right. So that's it about array, guys. That's it for today. Bye bye.